a youth academy that incorporates aviation. Mamie Singleton is here today to talk to us about the Youth Initiative Mentoring Academy. Mamie, welcome to our show.
Thank you.
Now, tell us more about this Youth Initiative Mentoring Academy.
The Youth Initiative Mentoring Academies is the mother program of the Youth Initiative Aviation Academy. And the reason why we say academies is because it's more than one. But for today, we'll focus on just the Youth Initiative Aviation Academy. And with that, it's a program that was developed for at-risk youth through a vision that was given to me. And for those who are believers, this vision was given to me by God from the results of an assignment that I had while I worked as a police officer with the St. Paul Police Department. In 1980, we had an influx of gangs coming to our town. So gangs, drugs was very rapid in our city. And I was talking to a group of young people that were up in the Selby Dell area at that time in 1980. And so I would always see these young persons standing around on the corner in that. And they were just looking for some things to do, and quite naturally, people were recruiting gang members. And so I would ask the young people, I says, well, what is it that I could do to help? They says, well, I'll tell you what, we would not stand around on this corner if we had some better things to do. And if you had something better for us to do, then we would do it. So I thought about that later years on as I was working as a liaison officer for the St. Paul schools. And in the summertime, they would ask us to go work at the parks and recreation centers and involve ourselves with the kids by playing sports. And with that, they felt that that would kind of ward off the gangs and the crime that was happening at the recreation centers. And during that particular time, we had had some drive-by shootings where some young persons had gotten shot at one of the recreation centers in the city. And so in the summer, we would go up there and we would work at the Jimmy Lee Recreation Center, play sports with the kids. And I said, there's a little bit more that they need other than sports. Everyone is not going to grow up to be an excellent basketball player or quarterback or for football and that. So I said, what are some of the things that's making our children turn to a criminal element? And one was a lack of education. And so I thought aviation. I said, in that, it gives them the opportunity to intermingle with adults, other children, and to give them a chance to apply the learning that they would get in school, and then to see how that learning is connected to an actual career or to actual life. And if they could make that connection as to how you could apply these things, then that would encourage them to learn more. So you learn quite a bit of math. You have to learn how to read. You have to utilize excellent language skills. And then it also teaches you how to socialize with other persons, regardless of what level their age levels were. Through aviation, we use that as a medium to bring everyone together, even other police officers who patrolled that particular community had said once they were finished working, they didn't even want to come back until they have to work again, because many of them worked outside of the city. So what we had was police officers coming back into the town, mentoring the kids that they had policed earlier on in the day. So they would go home, come back, and sit down and mentor these kids as who would attend a ground school at the local recreation center. And through that, the self-esteem was heightened. They improved their math skills, their science skills, reading and language, and interacting in that way began to minimize crime in the neighborhood. Truancy problems among the youth diminished. Children who were failing began to get on A and B honor rolls, and you would find that their relationships with police and the youth improved, so as their skills.
Okay. Now, why aviation? Why
Well, it's a very high-profile job. It's something that is unheard of an 8-year-old or 9-year-old flying airplanes. And this Youth Initiative Mentoring Academies take children who are 8 years old to 19 years old to fly. And they have, for their mentors, police officers, doctors, judges, lawyers, you just name high-ranking, high-profile jobs and careers were the adult mentors that was in the program.
Okay, have you had experience with aviation before?
Yes, I had. In 1994, I was about 1984, I was about 24 years old, and at that time I had owned my own chartered air service. And it was a way to make a financial investment at such a young age because I wasn't married, didn't have any children, and I used it as a tax shelter and business. So in 1984, I was the owner of a chartered air service.
Okay. Now, in our conversation earlier, you mentioned something about you work with the Tuskegee Airmen?
Yes, I work with the Tuskegee Airmen of Minnesota and a few around the nation. And they were with the original Tuskegee Airmen. One we had who was a founding board member and advisor to the Youth Initiative Mentoring Academies was Colonel Kenneth O. Walford. We just lost him on September 5th of this year. And he was one of our main mentors, and he stated and always pushed the young people in the program to take on the lacking of education as a lifestyle, that it should be as common as getting up, brushing your teeth, or putting some lotion. This is a lifestyle, it's a way of life, it's nothing you should run away from and feel threatened about. You should do all you can to improve on your skills of studying and let that become a lifestyle for you.
Okay. Now, for those who want to help, say, mentor, how do they get involved?
Well, by contacting us, so you can do that one or two ways. One, you can access our program at www.yima.us.com. So it's yima.us.com. And on the internet, it will take you through the application process, both for youth and adults, which they both can attend the program. And also, it will ask you if you would like to be a mentor or not, or how would you like to help with the program. And once you're on the website, it would share that information with you. They can also contact me at a cell number of 651-270-7266, 651-270-7266. And then I can give them additional information they would need.
Okay, any future goals or plans or anything you'd like to share before we wrap up?
Yes, we need the mentors. It's a very exciting program. This program has been excellent because people who have started a number of years ago are now actual commercial pilots and instructors for the program.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.